What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today it's your boy Imon with you in this video today. So yeah, today I'm gonna downgrade this iPhone 5s from 2013 to iOS 7. Why? Because I like downgrading this old iPhones like this. And yeah, I wasn't uploading videos to my channel a long time ago because I had to do some of my studies. So yeah, we're back in business, guys. So today we're gonna downgrade this iPhone 5s to iOS 7 using a tool called Surrealra1n or a Surrealra1n or whatever you can call it. Now I am running this tool on this Linux environment that is installed on my MacBook over here, MacBook Pro 2014. So yeah, I'm gonna using two operating systems to downgrade this iPhone 5s to iOS 7. One is macOS Big Sur that is running a version of legacy iOS kit, and the Ubuntu Jammy JellyFish 22.04.2 LTS that is running the version of Surrealra1n that is called the downgrade tool, as you call it. So yeah, and before I start this restore process, I'm gonna want to let you know that it is a tethered downgrade, meaning there are two types of downgrades. One is a tethered downgrade and other one is an untethered downgrade. A tethered downgrade means once your device is restored to iOS 7, once somehow your battery died for some reason, or your phone restarted or rebooted or respringed it, the iOS version will show something like this: connect to iTunes page. So in that case, that is called a tethered boot. But an untethered means you can if your battery dies or you restart your reboot or iPhone, it will still it will show it will once you charge your phone, it will still show the iOS 7 home screen or whatever OS you installed on your iPhone. So yeah, I am restoring this as a tethered restore for iOS 7 because I don't have any SHSS blobs for restoring iOS 7 to an iPhone 5s. This is a checkmate based tool. Is actually impossible to downgrade iPhone 5s or A7 devices to iOS 7 or iOS 9, 8 or something. You can only just downgrade to iOS 10. So in this video, I'm going to downgrade this to iOS 7.1.2 using a tool called Surrealra1n that is running on this Linux environment. So yeah, let's start the process. So yeah, first we need to go to macOS Big Sur, and so first of all, I'm going to restart this MacBook. To get to macOS Big Sur, I click the option key like this. Yeah, it's restarting. My camera's quite blurry. Yeah, so I'm going to select my macOS Big Sur. You see macOS Big Sur is coming out. It's loading. Enter my password. Yeah, so first of all, you gotta install a tool called Legacy iOS Kit. You can see my iPhone is detected right here, iPhone 5s over here. So first of all, you gotta install a tool called Legacy iOS Kit by Luke ZGD. I will give the link in the description below. So install that and install Homebrew missing package manager. I will also leave the link in the description below. And after installing it, execute the command like this. I have already copied my command, so I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna install this one. And here, what we have to do is just check my iPhone 5 with GSM, iPhone 6.1, manufactured in second half 2015. iOS version is that because you can disconnect this iOS 7 version, and build tag this and ECID this. So and here, what you have to do is gonna go to click using these arrow keys. Click down for go to down and click up for go to up like this. Go to useful utilities and click enter over here. Then go to enter PWN DFU mode. Click on that, and it will say DFU mode help. Get ready to enter DFU mode. If you already know how to enter DFU mode, you may do so right now before counting. Input, select Y to continue, and to exit, and always click on the Y, meaning the yes. Click it. Then we're gonna press these two keys over here. Here we're entering DFU mode. After the countdown ends, let go of this button and keep holding this button. It's now pawning. It's pawn completed. To double check it, run the script again and use utilities into pawn DFU. There you go. It's now in pawned, fully pawned in DFU mode. So nothing to do here anymore. We've pawned the device successfully. Now I'm going to restart to Ubuntu Linux. Restart. I don't have to press any keys anymore. I'm going to restart the automatic to Linux. There's a Linux BIOS. Click on this. Running Linux. Yeah, there you go. Ubuntu Linux. It's loading. Keep the iPhone in pawn DFU mode until you restore and booted it. Alright? I'm gonna enter my password. There you go, Ubuntu Linux. Then I'm gonna quickly open the terminal of the Linux and then go to the files and copy the Surrealra1n drive, which is right here. Look, this is the name, Surrealra1n or Surrealra1n, version 1.4 beta 4. Click CD in the terminal and then space, then quickly drag and drop this one, click on enter. There you go. Yes, copy the repository. Then what you have to do is to type in this one. You see, ./surrealra1n.sh hyphen seprmvr64 hyphen 6 restore 7.1.2. I am restoring this to iOS 7.1.2. That's why I typed this one. If you want to install 7.00 or 7.0.1 or 7.0.6, you can replace this number to 7.0.6. I'm installing 7.1.2, so I'm going to type that one. So I'm going to click on enter right here. Click on enter. Then type my password. And my password over here. Then press any. Can you continue? Press this one. So updating the Surrealra1n. Then yeah, you can see this one right here. Touch ID will not work at all. Password will not work at all. If your password technically any issues over here. Downgrading these iPhones to older iOS versions may cause these errors. You can clearly see right here. Touch ID not working, Face ID not working, or SCP. The SCP is going to be disabled on it because SCP stands for Secure Enclave Processor. It has to bypass the SCP to downgrade to older iOS versions that are not signed by Apple in today's date. So I'm going to click on continue. Okay. It's fetching the TSS controller. You can see, do you want to continue pawning with Gaster? You have to select N, then click enter. Then it say press any key after the device is pawned with iPounder and recommended to use this counter. So click on this, enter button one again. There you go, it's found a USB handle and it's sending the IBSS IBAC. You can see on the iPhone. It's sending the restore RAM disk. You can see it's restoring to iOS 7.1.2. Sending I'm mounting file systems 29 and bunch of other codes. The iPhone is restoring to iOS 7.1.2. Remember, do not use this tool on a Intel based not on a macOS, because it doesn't support macOS. It has to be run on a Linux. If you have a Linux Windows computer like this one, it will be really great to run this. I have this one is really also, it cannot run this version of Ubuntu, so I installed this on my Mac and using this to restore this iPhone. So yeah, do not use this tool on a Mac OS. Alright, use this tool if you have a Linux computer, or if you don't have it, just install the Linux on your MacBook. That would be great. So the iPhone is restoring. 75, 76, 75%. You can see it is slowly restoring. It's on 90% right now. Make sure to not rush this restore, because this is a really risky. You may lose your data, or it may corrupt the iPhone's file system. So you have to be really careful. It's verifying the download. You have to be really careful about downloading these devices to lower version of iOS, because Apple doesn't sign the versions of these iOS anymore. iOS 7 was discontinued almost like 10 or 11 years ago, back in 2014-15 or something. So yeah, you cannot downgrade the iPhones to older iOS versions using iTunes or iDevice Restore. You gotta have this tool. This is a legitimate tool. Alright, so yeah, at the end of the video I'm gonna tell about it. Yeah, so the power is almost complete and restore is almost complete. I'm updating baseband right now, creating system key bag. After the restore, I have to reboot to macOS to put this thing in Pwnerblu again to boot this. After the restore, you gotta boot this using this tool again, using this. Okay, so restore done, and there you go. You will show this icon over here, this iTunes connected icon, and it'll say restore is completed. If it is successful, you can boot it with this command over here. Surrealra1n sh terminal boot 7.1.2. So after this, close the terminal and quickly boot back into macOS Big Sur. Quickly, very quickly. Quick, very quick. It's booting back. My camera is really blurry. Okay, go back to the macOS Big Sur, I guess. It's booting. Oh, it's crashed. Okay. Quick. Okay, enter my password. Keep it in this mode, and once again I'm gonna launch the terminal again. Just quit this and launch it again, and using the script again. You can see the iPhone is detected again. So yeah, cancel. Do not press any of this in the Finder. Just go into the terminal and launch the legacy iOS kit command quickly again, and put this thing in Pwnerblu mode once again. Get ready, press buttons. I'm doing this with one hand. 3, 2, 1. It's really tricky to do it in one hand, because it's press put it down. There you go. Go to the button, pawning. Check it once again if it is pawned or not. It's successfully pawned. Alright, you can see it's pawned now. Do not do anything over here. It's done. We don't need macOS Big Sur anymore. Just quickly reboot back to Ubuntu Linux. Don't press any keys. I'm doing this really quickly because if it runs out of time, it can be over for the iPhone. So I have to do it very quickly. If I don't do it quickly, the iOS 7 will not be able to properly install. Yeah, Ubuntu Linux is booting very quickly. Quick, very quick. Enter my password. Alright. Okay, Ubuntu Linux is rooted. And then quickly launch terminal once again and type in cd to clone the repository. Then I go to files, downloads, where you say the Surrealra1n repository. Hit enter over here. Oh, sorry, wrong format. Put it again and hit enter. Then I'm going to use the boot. Yeah, this one right here. This was 7.1 version 6. I'm going to type in this one right here, sh-boot, this one. Hit enter. Type in my password and hit enter once again, and then enter. Okay, with Gaster, so at the N and right here at the enter, let's hit enter once again. There we go. It is sending the restore RAM disks. You see the RAM disk is sent. It should boot now. Your device should boot now right now. And then there we go. We're booting. The setup is completed. We have booted the iPhone successfully into iOS 7.1.2. Now we'll try to open the home screen. This is an iPhone 5s GSM from North America. This is iCloud locked, not unlocked. So we may show the activation lock screen on iOS 7.2. There we go. This button. Yeah. Here we go. iOS 7 over here. You can see the slight unlock. English. Here you go. British English. Setting the language. Restore is done. You don't have to do anything on the computer anymore. Just go to the phone. Because it's not activated. India, UK, and right in this portion, if you want to connect to a network just like mine, I'm going to type in my password. Just like I've typed my password over here. Then once you click on the join button, it will say incorrect password entered Wi-Fi. But I have typed in the correct password for this Wi-Fi over here. This one, this router. But it still says incorrect because for downgrading these iPhone devices, like I said, you have to bypass the SCP. And SCP means the Secure Enclave Processor. That it handles the Touch ID, the Face ID, sorry, not Face ID, the Touch ID for these iPhones, for the Wi-Fi adapters, and yeah, pretty much everything is handled by the SCP. And I downgraded this using the SCP bypass method because this tool always bypasses the SCP. Because if you want to downgrade these devices to iOS 7 or 8 or 9, it has to bypass the SCP. Otherwise, you could not downgrade this to iOS 7. Never. You cannot downgrade this. So yeah, that's why we couldn't connect to the internet. And to activate the iPhone, let's connect to iPhone iTunes. We can continue. Here the iTunes. And this is a Linux, so you cannot detect using the iTunes. You're going to install the iTunes in the Ubuntu, and then you can put your Apple ID and password to bypass it. So in this operating system, I don't have the iTunes. You go to macOS Big Sur and activate it. So yeah, this is, here you go. Hear the sound. Yeah, that's a classic iOS 7 lock sound of the slide tone lock, like that. There's a slide to set up. This is original running iOS 7, right? iPhone 5s running iOS 7.1.2 perfectly. It's not perfectly, but it's still runnable. Like that, look. Put the volume up a little bit. Yeah, it's more louder. Look, hear it. Loud. There you go. Now let's talk a bit. There is a tool called Surrealra1n in GitHub or the internet. Surrealra1n was originally introduced back in 2024, almost 2 years ago, from 2026. But that tool is discontinued after a few months or maybe a half a year. And if you want to use that tool, you cannot use it because that is discontinued and it is very unstable. The new tool that is written for exactly Surrealra1n methods is this tool called Surrealra1n. Surreal and Ra1n. Surrealra1n or Surrealra1n. This name right here, Surrealra1n or Surrealra1n, right here. I'm gonna give the link in the description below for the latest version of this tool over here, Surrealra1n. And make sure to use the latest version like this one. I have the latest version for this current time because the developer's name is Pwnerblu, and Pwnerblu always updates Surrealra1n for more fixes for Linux, fixing more issues. So yeah, it constantly updates. So when it updates, you have to update to the latest version to use this tool, because you cannot use in an old version. All right, you cannot use this tool in an old version. There may be might be releases and the GitHub page, but you cannot use it because those ones are useless. You gotta have the latest version to use to downgrade these devices to iOS 7 or 8 or 9, like that. Yeah, so yeah, it's downgraded to iOS 7. Perfectly works, perfectly. Classic slide tool setup. Yeah, turn up. Classic. Original iOS 7, iPhone 5s. Yeah, so you done it. So yeah, that wraps it up, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll later make a tutorial on how to properly install this tool on Linux Ubuntu, and properly properly install this on this operating system, and I'll make a tutorial video, and that's it. So yeah, if you want to download this tool to downgrade your devices like this to iOS 7, then I will give the link in the description below. You can download it and install it on your Linux environment like this. I have on my MacBook over here. Install it Linux. This is a MacBook. I'm going to show you. This is a MacBook. There's an Apple logo on it. So yeah, that wraps it up, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you soon for the next video. Okay? Peace out.